Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be installing a infinity weft on my lovely client Grace. I actually planned on doing 2 rows of the infinity weft, and then I ended up actually doing 3 because, as you can see, she's got really thick hair and she also has that blunt bob as well. So whenever we're working with a haircut like this and also thicker hair, and adding in the length as well as the volume, then we definitely need to add more than we think, which was the mistake that I made. So luckily I always have a lot of hair on hand, so it wasn't a problem at all. I ended up using about 4 different colors, so in turn we ended up using probably about maybe between 150 to 200 grams of hair. But yeah, it was quite a lot, but she needed it. But I'm really happy with the results. And also I love the fact that with infinity wefts you have so many choices for color, and you can stack and layer all these different colors to give you a really unique, gorgeous, it's going to blend perfectly with your client's natural color. So Grace's color is, she has a lot of depth underneath, so you can see that here I'm mimicking that depth with this row. So I'm actually going in and adding my darkest shade at the nape because she has darker hair at the nape, and then on top of that I can begin layering those lighter colors like what you can see here, and then that way she has lots of depth and dimension, which is what she has in her natural hair. So we always want the extensions them to mimic that too. Once I'm happy with my placement, that's when I go in and start sewing everything into place. Whenever you're working with infinity wefts, it's really important that we really get our stitches nice and tight and secure. I always make my stitches closer together like what you can see. So I stitch in between the pockets of hair, and then also in between the beads, and then on top of the bead. I never go through the bead though, because I do offer what's called a move up. So I give the clients the option of coming in every 4 to 6 weeks and having those wefts move up. So that's why I don't actually sew through the bead. But as you can see, my stitches are close together, and that's because I don't want any rippling to happen with the wefts. What you might notice with hand-tied wefts and these infinity or genius wefts is they are prone to rippling, and that's because maybe they haven't been stitched securely enough, or maybe they haven't been made taut enough when they've been pinned down. So then they start to ripple and they can sag really easily, and it doesn't lay as flat as it should. So I really take the time and the care to make sure that this doesn't happen by making sure I'm pinning those wefts really taut, and then also making sure that my stitches are nice and clean and uniform. So as you can see, shock, I let all of her natural hair down onto that first row and it looked a little bit crazy. So that's when I decided actually I wanted to add in a third one. I knew that I needed that extra row for the coverage, otherwise it was not going to blend, or it would take a lot of styling from Grace, and I didn't want to put that pressure on her. I wanted her to be able to wear them natural, or maybe just air dried or slightly styled. I didn't want her to have to go to the effort of having to really make sure that she's styling them every single day, because a lot of my extension wearers aren't like that. They want to be high maintenance to be low maintenance, so that I knew with Grace I would have to go in and do that extra row. But again, no big deal. That's exactly why I like to have hair on hand, so that I'm never having to run into problems where I don't have enough hair. So now I'm pinning all of those different wefts on top of each other. This is when I started to incorporate some of those brighter, blonder colours like what you can see. I really wanted some blonde pieces to really make it pop, because she does have a really nice bright money piece, and then also some of those kind of highlights through the top as well. So I wanted to mimic what was going on in her natural hair. So as you can see, I'm starting off those anchoring stitches now in that second row. I always start in the third pocket, and I work in the third pocket, and then I work my way to the start, and then I go back on myself, really making sure that everything is pinned down securely so that I'm not having to battle with the weft as I'm stitching. I do invisible rows for Grace, and then I also do a row where I just hide the first 3 beads. I always make sure that I'm hiding the beads, especially around the front, around the hairline, because she is a dancer, so she does wear her hair up. So I need to make sure that you can't see any points of attachment within that install. I really liked that darker shade within Grace's hair as well. So I actually made the decision to put some of those darker pieces on top as well. And then that way, when she flips down her hair, it's going to be hitting the darker pieces and then some more of that dimensional pieces as well. What I will say about the Infinity Wefts is they are really, really thin. It's like veils of hair. So then when you do layer them one on top of the other, you can still see those other pieces poking through, which is really nice. So it gives that really, really soft kind of gradient, which like what you can see here, which mimics exactly what's going on within Grace's natural color. I love that. I also like that versatility that I have with the color choice and where I lay them. So what you probably also noticed is I do like the brighter pieces towards the front to kind of follow on from that money piece that she has, and then through the back you can see I have some more of that depth and then some pops of that dimension. So this is it now. It's all cut and blended, and then I'm just going to go in and style Grace with a beach wave. But I absolutely love how this came out, and I'm actually going to list all the different colors that I used down below. But look how beautiful it is. It's dimensional, it's gorgeous, it's rich, it's bright in the front, but you still have those really, really nice dark brunette tones. But I hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and then also I am still running my giveaway, so please be sure if you do follow me, you will then be entered into my giveaway where you could win your own free set of hair extensions installed by me. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this. Grace is in love with it too. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy with this, how this came out. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Bye.